Nikno irkut fan sonwisong o fir nawas wasa ir sonwat.
I'm sorry. Your brothers inside made me clean up their chicken bones. I came as soon as I finished, but in my haste I tripped and fell down the stairs.
Wasa ir atanopa uno fakir ukno aku. Wonowir apa wafa ukir okir wo ifirk. Wasa ir atanopa uno fakir ukno aku.
I'm sorry, don't beat me! I'll get the wine and some food, yes?
Trip me? Make me crawl like a dog? This'll teach them a lesson they won't forget. Come on, stupid rope, come on! Make them sorry they ever... Huh? Wait, don't hurt me, I was just, Hey, you're no pirate. I remember the face of everyone I used to sail with, and I've never seen you before. My name's Chung. Once I was a pirate on the river, but things were different then. We took pride in our work. We were professionals, not like these lazy, drunken louts. The younger pirates used to look up to me. Now they treat me like dirt. They treat me worse than that slave cleaning the pier. But I'm gonna get even. I'll show them. Those drunks on the pier were supposed to unload the ship, but they're too lazy to finish the job. They left a cannon suspended above the dock, supported by this single rope. I got nothing against the kid, but dropping the cannon is the easiest way to wipe out everyone on the pier. Tough break for the kid, but much easier for you. You want to take the guards on face to face, I won't stop you. Still think you should use the rope, though. Tough break for the kid cleaning the pier, but much easier for you. But whatever you're gonna do it quick. Won't be long until those pirates on the dock start wondering what's taking me so long with their wine.
Leaping Tiger. Spirit Thief. Leaping Tiger.
They're dead. I don't have to sweep the dock no more. You saved me.
Oh, but there's more pirates inside. Lots more. They'll catch you, and you'll be a slave like the rest of us. Or they'll kill you. This whole island is crawling with pirates. They'll kill you. But they won't catch me again. I know where to hide.
Those pirates didn't seem to give you much trouble at all. Back in my day, a pirate knew how to fight, but these young ones are soft and weak. Gao ruined everything. I tried to tell them, but nobody listened. You'd think the Lotus Assassins would have been a warning. Even a pirate knows better than to get mixed. Gao the Greater, as he calls himself, is the leader of the Guild, a powerful crime syndicate. They never used to bother with us until Gao came to power. Gao himself came and took over our operations. He began building the flyers, and he made slaving our main activity. My own men turned on me. Now they treat me like a dog. A few months later, the Lotus Assassins showed up. Gao must have some kind of deal worked out with them. Whatever they're up to, it must be something big. They showed up shortly after Gao took over, working with him and his guild. Inquisitor Lim seems to be in charge of the Lotus Assassins here. Back in my day, a pirate ship stayed on the water where it belonged. Now they've got some kind of factory up on the top floor where they build those blasted airships. There's something suspicious about those airships. Sure, the pirates use them, but I think that's just a cover so the Lotus Assassins can come and go as they please. Ask away, and I'll do my best to answer. Any enemy of Gao and the Lotus Assassins is a friend of mine. Pirates are hidden away all through this lair. You shouldn't have too much trouble with them. One of Gao's new captains is around. Watch out for her. She's a tough one. Up near the top, you'll find the airships and Gao himself. Maybe Inquisitor Lim, too. He's so cold he could scare a spirit back to life, then scare him dead all over again. Ask away, and I'll do... Oh, I was more than just a pirate. I was captain. I robbed and pillaged up and down these waters, but I did things differently. We sailed the waters, not the skies. Then Gao came with his Lotus Assassins and airships, and suddenly my ideas were old-fashioned. My men turned on me, and Gao kept me around as a broken-down servant. I spent my life as a pirate, and look where it got me. Now I'm barely above the slaves. If you see Gao, give him a kick for me, even if he's already dead. Watch yourself in this place. 1 minute you're on top, and the next you're on the bottom, bowing and scraping.
Longsword. Spirit thief. Leaping tiger.
He's freed the slaves! You'll pay for that, maggot!
Will I? If you scum have any sense at all, you'll stand aside. Let me go drive a blade through your master's throat and I'll forget I saw you.
Oh, certainly. We'll sit back and let you stroll upstairs to kill our leader. Would it help if we drew you a map to his room?
Ukir akuno su ukut ni sisa ir kanto.
I wasn't serious, you idiot. We're going to kill this intruder and go back to our drinking. He's just one man. He can't beat all of us.
Look around. The odds are not so much in your favor. There's still a chance for you to run.
What are you talking about, fool?
You haven't noticed my partner over there watching us? He spent his entire lifetime learning how to kill dogs like you. This is your last chance.
So, the thief brought a friend. That just means you won't die alone. Attack!
Leaping tiger. Focus. Heavenly wave. Moving tiger. Heavenly wave. Leaping tiger. Ice shark. Moving tiger. Spirit thief. You're too slow. Leaping tiger. Spirit thief. Leaping tiger. You can't. Long sword. Leaping tiger.
How'd I know you'd be deadly in a fight? You'll have to accept my apologies for dragging you into that, but I can't afford to be stopped. Not now. My name is Sky. It's good to see there's someone else in this place who can't stand these slaving dogs. We make quite the pair. Indeed. I find I'm just not saved enough these days. Shame, that. It was obvious you weren't with the pirates. Why not deal with them quickly? There's bigger game above us. Speaking of which, there's a very secure and equally intimidating gate blocking the way. If we work together, though, it'll be simple to crack. It's funny what things you can learn if you just ask at the right time. Like when you have a knife to someone's throat. Things like how to reach the upper levels of this place to... You're here for your reasons, and I'm here for mine. Somehow I doubt they conflict. Besides, we'll need each other's help to get through that door. I'm here on a personal matter. A man in this place took something very valuable from me, and I intend to repay him the favor. Yes, I hunt Gao the Greater, though I will not say why. It is a personal matter. I won't be stopped now that I'm this close, and luckily you're here. That'll make it easier to reach the upper levels where he hides himself away. The door at the top of this stair is locked through a fairly ingenious mechanism. Gao's engineer, Kang the Mad, designed it for security. Oh, I don't know. They're good with knots. Kang the Mad is a crafty fellow. The door requires 2 to unlock it. Up high there is a platform with a release lever. The door must be operated while the lever is held forward. There used to be a sentry up there who handled that kind of thing, but he had an accident. I can climb up and pull the lever easily enough. You can open the door when it's unlocked. Still don't trust my intentions? Have a little faith that sometimes fate provides answers when they're needed most. Either way, we need to deal with that door. Once the door is open, we can go our separate ways. I have my goals, and I'm sure you have yours. Since we both have much to do, why don't I go unlock the door now? I should go now, but I have to ask in case we never meet again. Where did you study? Watching you fight, I just had to ask. Your technique is like no other I've seen before. No one I've ever met fights like you do. It's subtle, but your movements bait your foes into seeing an opening that isn't there. It's like a clever trap. I'm sorry, I'm wasting time neither of us can spare. I'll get ready and pull the lever when you're near the door. Good luck with whatever brought you to this place.
Nara earphonia wonu kanawa ofa ear kanawa wonu. Bukir nekbo sise sayer wosayer nifuyer. Sayer yo woya yer ni tatatier ni sasapika. Akwakwak wo sosonia sonophonia sisayer nawukok. Onuyo we okuyu yofu asaya rashafatuyu.
Be careful in here. This could be...
Leaping tiger. spirit thief. Focus. Leaping tiger.
He's freed the...
You haven't noticed my partner over there watching us? He spent his entire lifetime learning how to kill dogs like you. This is your last chance.
Longsword. Leaping tiger.
If you're gonna kill me, I say we save it for a big stunt and make it worthwhile. Besides, I have something very important to accomplish before I die. It was obvious you were with the pirates. Why not... Kang the Man... Once the door is open, we can go our separate ways. I have my goals, and I'm sure you have yours. Since we both have much to do, why don't I go unlock the door now? As much as I would value your company, I'm afraid I must decline. I've come here to do something for myself, and I must do it alone. I should go now, but I have to ask in case we never meet again. Where did you study? You must have been a genius. You fight like no one I've seen before. No one I've ever met fights like you do.
Ukir nepo, si se sayer, wosayer, nifuyer. Sayer.
Be careful in here.
I am almost ready to return to the Imperial City. Another day, and I will bring you the amulet fragment.
I lose confidence in you with each passing hour, Lim. You should have been back by now. Why haven't you ordered Gao to grant you one of his flyers?
Mistress, Gao's ships are only small flyers. They're good for short-range flights and raiding villages, but not for long journeys. That's why I haven't returned yet.
Don't try to pin your failings on me, Lim. I've delivered everything I promised. It's only a matter of time until I finish the special dragonfly to transport the artifact to the Imperial City.
Until you finish? I designed that dragonfly. I built it, not Gao. That dragonfly is Kang's masterpiece.
Silence the mad fool.
I've heard rumors of a spy disrupting our operations in the Southland. Maybe this is all too much for you to handle. Perhaps I should come out there personally.
That will not be necessary, Mistress. I will deal with the troublemaker here and return to the Imperial City in one day. You heard Mistress Jia. I can't waste any more time here. Get that flyer finished now.
Jia is not my mistress, Lim, and I don't take orders from you either. Remember, if not for my son, you would never have discovered where the glorious strategist was hiding.
I am well aware of your son's role in all this, Gao. In fact, I suspect I know more about him than you do.
What are you talking about? Have you heard something about young Gao? Tell me!
Of course, Gao. I was just waiting for the perfect time to tell you. I received a report from the destruction of 2 rivers. Your son, Gao the Lesser, is dead.
No! This can't be! You lie!
I speak the truth. It seems your son was no match for one of the other students. From the condition of his body, it sounds like he died quite painfully.
No! Young Gao was everything to me! Damn you and your black heart, Lim! Damn you!
I want to be alone. I must grieve for my son. No one is to disturb me.
No one!
If I can get to the Imperial City fast enough, I can give the amulet fragment to Death's Hand himself. Then Grand Inquisitor Jia may be in for a surprise. We shall see. Get to work, mad fool. Do whatever it takes to get that ship built. I will take a short-range flyer and check on some of our other operations in the area. If the marvelous dragonfly is not ready to launch when I return, those captive demons will have a new playmate.
Interruptions? Who designed that dragonfly? To build something to make his sandals explode? Handled the guards well with your punching and kicking. I was going to make more of an explodey thing, but kicking worked well too. I am Kang, the man. I make things explode, and I make things fly, and I'm very good at both. The things I fly tend to survive. The things I explode, not so much. I make all sorts of things, and yes, many are designed to expend energy, quickly. But my greatest prize does not explode much. Something I have kept for myself. My greatest invention is in the launch room upstairs. Light and fast, she has weapons and capacity no other flyer does. The marvelous Dragonfly. The man with the eye wrap was Inquisitor Lim, a Lotus assassin, very cruel. The wealthy merchant was Gao the Greater, of course. He runs this place. The woman directing them both was Grand Inquisitor Jia. Jia partnered with Gao the Greater and sent Inquisitor Lim here as her representative. And because of their demands, I am forced to make flyers that they misuse. But they won't get the marvelous Dragonfly. My special creation will not be abused. Under protest, Gao does not appreciate what I make. He misuses, and worse, he duplicates and diminishes their glory. Well, no more. The Dragonfly will not function. Gao wants to give my machine to the Lotus assassins, but I stopped him. I hid the extraneous dust inductor. Well, no one will find it. Try to fly without that. But they can make a new inductor. It is extraneous after all. So, a few days ago, I blew up the inscrutable power source. Now the Dragonfly can only make short hops. Yes, the bolts are the same. But think about this. If there is one marvelous Dragonfly, it is the best of its kind. Make 100, and they are each only average. A flyer must appeal to the heavens with beauty and singular ingenuity. Why, I bet some of my mosquitoes have even fallen from the sky for seemingly no reason at all. Yes, of course. What do you think I've been saying? You need to listen more carefully. If you stage a combat-related accident for Gao, like falling down a flight of punches, I'll replace the inductor on the Dragonfly, and we can fly away. What do you say? You are sure to profit from this partnership. In fact, I've never accidentally exploded anyone traveling with me, so that alone is a benefit of my presence. Anyway, you go ahead, and once all the kicking is done, I'll come along and we'll see what's what. For now, let me think. We'll need explosives that explode. Questions are good. It means the wheels are turning. But make it quick. I never let asking get in the way of doing. Is she one of the slaves? The slave breaker let a girl through this morning. I did not hear her name, but no one else has been brought by. I will restate and reiterate as necessary, but I would like to get back to my tools. Oh, that's a long story, from what I remember. Some experiments went wrong in my old workshop. The explosions. A few estates burned down. Some other things happened. Gao bribed some officials just as I was about to be quartered by 5 horses. Or would that be quinted? Well, regardless, he brought me here to work for him. Yes, I suppose so. But if you don't mind, I'll stay with the marvelous Dragonfly, which I have pledged to you. I won't let it fall into disrepair while you zip about the Empire. Sure, he rescued me, but only to acquire my inventions and misuse them. You don't send dozens of flyers against pitiful villages. There's no elegance to a swarm. Just like you don't use explosives inspired by the great dragon to carve a treasure chamber. A menial use of power without even a decent crater to show for it. No. But if I offer advice, you should at least consider it. Gao ignores guidance. Listen to me, and I'll keep the marvelous Dragonfly the best flyer in the air. Just next to the launch room, I don't know how you get in or out because it is, after all, behind a massive immobile door. I can think of one way to open it, but I don't have a lever long enough, so you'll have to use your head. Well, not literally. I will... Master Lee? No, I don't think so. Well, I am not so good with names. Or faces. Dates are bad, too. But I remember my own handiwork. Several older flyers stopped here briefly. They were full of Lotus assassins, and one big assassin in black armor who seemed to be in charge. Very big, unpleasant look on his mask. They had a prisoner with them, or so I heard, and they all seemed nervous about it. The flyers left for the Imperial City soon after. Does that help? I will Oh, I would like to put something explodey in his food, just to see if it would make him blink, because that one has dead eyes, like he's missing something. Sometimes he is here, sometimes he is not. I don't know right now which is true, but I know he is dangerous. Yes, goodbye. Go and leave me to think.
Leaping Tiger. Spirit I'm too much for you! Leaping Tiger! You're too slow! Spirit Thief!
Please, don't burn me. I'll do anything you want.
You can have your slaves when they're broken, not a moment before.
Help me, please!
You wandered into the wrong room, slave. This is the end. Moving dice. Spirit thief. Keep moving dice. You're too slow.
Hey, I know you. Mother and I met you when we were trying to get out of Tien's Landing. I don't want to be a slave. I just want to get out of this place.
I don't like where this is heading. What are you planning? I beg you, don't do this. She's seen enough.
Do I have to? I don't want to hurt anyone. Can't you just let me go?
What? You must not do this! Master Li would weep from shame.
Kithir sani nawar nik wo ifu uksunu tasasi.
Oknikofia apania sosa tatasi noni nano yo. Wokukethita sumpono, sukokot awokatia, wonofatasi.
Pawuya astir wo sayir ithasaya wa kawishir.
Wonoa ea sususatia son sifonia sonsi ifo.
Did you see Gao when he went by? There was fire in his eyes.
There's always fire in his eyes. Dark magic burns inside him.
Yeah, but this time it was worse. Better stay out of his way for the next little while. Something really set him off.
Wait a minute. You there! Who are you? You can't be up here. Ice Shard. Spirit. Moving time. You can't get. Spirit. Spirit thief. Leaping Tiger.
This is the end.
Ice Shark. Leaping Tiger. Spirit up. Leaping Tiger.
Look at that flyer. It's beautiful. The Marvelous Dragonfly is the perfect name.
Leaping Tiger. Spirit Thief. Leaping Tiger. Spirit Thief. You're too slow. Leaping Tiger. This is the end. Spirit Thief. Leaping Tiger.
I guess the weapons on that flyer were active. That's certainly one way to take care of a door. Some sort of magic binds this demon. I never expected Gao the Greater to be so powerful.
This area is forbidden. Only Gao himself is allowed to enter. You must be destroyed. Nor I you. But the power of Gao's magic compels me. He summoned me to this place and bound me to guard this chamber. The penalty for all who enter is death. I, Jianxi, the great elephant demon, must crush you.
Let's dress these wounds.
Some sort of magic binds...
This area... Nor...
Leaping Tiger. Ice Shark. Focus.
You dare disturb me in my grief? I said no interruptions. You will pay for... Wait. You are not one of my servants. I know you. You are one of Master Li's students. You were the one who killed my son Gao. Your words mean nothing. You are a murderer, a killer! Gao was everything to me. And damn you in that school. My Gao was never good enough for Master Li. You were always his prize pupil. And now my son is... Gao may be gone, but I will avenge him. I know the styles your broken old master taught you, and I know how to beat them. I promise your death will be both slow and painful.
Leaping Tiger! Spirit Thief! Can't keep up!
You dare to... Your word... Damn! Cop!
Leaping Tiger!
already. Damn it all. I wanted nothing more than to watch this man die. After I left you, I stumbled across some very interesting documents. Perhaps I spent too long poring over them, but I couldn't resist. Let me explain why I'm here. That should clarify things. You saw with your own eyes that these pirates were collecting slaves, right? True enough. I have a particular hatred for slavers. Those black-hearted bastards took my daughter, Pin May. They killed her for resisting them. She was my only child. I lost her mother when Pin May was born, but my daughter was something precious in return. The slavers offered no such consolation. It has been 3 years since I lost my daughter, and I have spent that time tracking down the men who took her. My search led me here, to the lair of Gao the Greater. His men took my daughter, and I meant to even the score. On my way up here, I stumbled across records that show that this goes beyond Gao. The Lotus Assassins are his primary buyers. Is that so? There can be no doubt, then. This goes beyond Gao the Greater. I have my vengeance, but how many others have suffered as I have because of the Lotus Assassins? Do you mean to go further with this? I would join you. Only a fool would oppose the Lotus Assassins, but 2 fools working together stand a better chance than one. Collecting them like bad habits, are you? I hate to be pushy, but I have a right to see this through. You did steal Gao from me. Consider how our skills complement each other. I can get into places people would prefer I never see, and out of places people would prefer I never... There's also my knack for finding things. For instance, I was nosing around and stumbled across this.
Hey! That's the dust inductor I was hiding. The dragonfly can't fly without it. It was under the floorboards in my workshop last I looked. Well, next time I hide something, I'm packing explosives around it. Yes, explosives shaped like silver bananas. Stops thieves, monkeys, and monkey thieves in one fell swoop. Yeah.
In my mind, you stand the best chance of facing down Gao's masters. We also have a far greater chance of succeeding together rather than apart.
I don't know if I trust this man, but we can't afford to turn away potential allies, not with what lies ahead.
Your companion's ability to judge character is matched only by her beauty. I may not be the most constant of men, but I am true. I assure you I will be as devoted and capable as any of your other companions.
Ha! If I could harness all that hot air, I could make a furnace to power the whole of the Imperial City. Well, if you're done with all the talking, I have to go make the dragonfly ready for some flying. Hey! Ha ha! Much kicking and such. It really gets the blood flowing. And explosions. Lots of blood flowing from those too. I replaced the dust inductor. The marvelous dragonfly will cross the sky at your whim for a short way. The heavens welcome my machines, but not without considerable cajoling. If you want to fly more than a short distance, I will need an inscrutable power source. Huh? Why not just build another sun? Or the tumbling waters of a river? No, an inscrutable power source must be found, not built. Gao found one and brought it here, then I blew it up. It was the only way to make sure they did not take my marvelous dragonfly and fly off to the Imperial City without me. Without an inscrutable power source, she won't fly very far. Oh, the assassins have an inscrutable power source. In fact, they had two. One was here, and they planned to put it in the dragonfly. But Kang was fast and smart. Kang exploded the power source. That way, they couldn't take my beautiful dragonfly and fly away without me. I don't know. There was one here for the dragonfly, until I blew it up. That was the only way to keep Inquisitor Lim from taking my dragonfly to the Imperial City. I know the assassins have another one. They were using it for blasting an excavation. Lim once said something about ruins. If you're looking for the inscrutable power source, I'd find some ruins that also have assassins in them. Now we should leave here. We can make it as far as that nearby town, Tien's Landing. I know the winds between here and there. Mostly. I mostly know the winds. It will be fine. Don't worry about that. When your friend will see us take off, and he'll head back to town on his own. Ha ha! Everybody on board! The marvelous dragonfly is about to take flight!
This new flyer seems nicer than the one we took from Gal the Lesser. Although, I'm really only judging by how shiny it is. A poor guess, I'm sure.
No. The marvelous dragonfly is superior to the amber mosquitoes I foisted on Gao. And actually, the shinier the better. The heavens like their glory reflected. A shame I can't leave it on the ground for all to see, but I'm not going through all this just to have it stripped to the frame by local brats. I'll call it back if we need it. Well, it's much like the dilemma of the centipede. If he relaxes and lets things happen, he can walk naturally all day long, his 100 legs not missing a step. But if he thinks too hard about the complexity of what he's doing, those legs might crash into the tea house and kill everyone. A valuable lesson.
Is there anything you need? I'll do whatever I can to help. Be well, my friend. Is there anything... I'm trying to feel good about what happened at Gao's fortress, the lair of his pirates. We went looking for our master and perhaps another flyer. What we found, I was not prepared for how cruel people could be. Seeing those people with no control over their fates, it is similar to a pain in my past that I have not thought about for a long time. I would not dream of saying my experience is similar to those poor people in Gao's fortress. But that lack of control, I know that well. One of the only things I know about myself is that on the morning I was born, the sky was red, like distant mountains were on fire. I believe it was an ill omen, and that stigma is why my abilities became a burden. That's why I must have been left at the school. To be subject to the whims of someone else just because of what you are, be you slave or outsider. Yes, I know that well. Are people to be blamed for the pain that others cause them? What if they had no ability to affect their lot in life? I was born under an ominous sign. When I started seeing things, it must have confirmed the superstitions people had formed about me. Was I weak? Was my eventual shunning my own fault? Were these slaves at fault because someone else locked them away? So you claim that I give them more strength than they ever had by dwelling on the past. A simple answer. Too simple. It is worth considering, but there is no epiphany. I already know I shouldn't let old wounds bother me. Master Li said as much. Still, you have given me insight into what I must do to survive our current trials. You also reveal how cold you are. Perhaps we will talk again. You have changed from the child I thought I knew. Be well, my friend.
Something's on your mind? I only spent enough time in Tian's Landing to learn the location of Gao the Greater's stronghold. It's a nice enough place, though they're still adjusting to the flooding of the old town some years ago. Of course, I was just thinking about things. Gao richly deserved his death, but I'm not sure I ever really expected it to happen. 3 years. 3 long years of tracing these slavers to their master, only to find that there were more above him. Consolation lies in finding others who share my goals. I didn't expect to be lucky enough to find a friend in this. Gao's slavers took my daughter, Pin Mei, and I was able to follow them. Fortunately, they didn't cover their tracks. I chased them down, trying to reach her. I was too late. Pin Mei was spirited, and I'm sure she fought them. I believe they decided she was too much trouble and killed her. 5 years old, and they ran her through. I found her dead by the roadside and stopped my pursuit. By the time I cared to continue my chase, the slavers were long gone. There are ways to track men who don't want to be found. It's all a matter of time and dedication. But why dwell on this? Gao is dead, and perhaps Pin Mei has found some peace. That's what really matters. That and what we still have to accomplish. You're right, but we have to pick our time, and now isn't it. We can talk about this later. Always happy to help.
Yes? Is there something you want? Nothing to concern yourself over. Very old business. I traveled this way when I was fleeing the Lotus Assassins. It was nothing. Some vagrant waif I passed off after making sure its belly was full. A far less surprising turn than what Wei said about your Master Li. I know Wei to be a truthful and honorable person, much more so than I consider myself to be. I do not question her belief, but belief alone is not enough. What if it is true? Much will have to change to accommodate this truth. It means the Emperor lied about Li's death, and he may have assaulted the heavens. The Emperor subject to the common vice of deception. Unthinkable. No, he is not. He is Emperor Sun Hai. He is as close to the heavens as a mortal can be. I warn you, this will lead in a dangerous direction for you and Dawnstar. I cannot condone it, but I have agreed to help, and I will. Just don't blame me when the whole world is against you. You will need more than my help. Just try not to endanger your companions. They are not to blame for what your destiny mandates. Now, is there anything else? I am always agitated. It is because of my training. We were taught that we were always being watched, always being stalked. In many cases, it is actually true. You likely have similar feelings. When trained to be as vicious as the assassins, or when you are the protege of a famous master, you tend to attract unwelcome interest. I wonder how you will react to this scrutiny. I also wonder if your fellows will stand by you when the true weight of what you claim becomes known. Once again, I cast doubt upon myself. It seems I am destined to garner. The sides of the coming conflict seem very well defined. That will not always be the case. It is sometimes difficult to see the truth behind the actions of others. Enough. I don't have anything else relevant to say. Perhaps I will when I have seen more of what you are capable of and what your master intends. I have said enough for the time being. The events that surround you cause me great concern. I want to see more of what is coming before I decide my next action. Goodbye, then.
Yes? I'm a bit busy fiddling about with my thoughts. What situation? Did something happen? I had nothing to do with whatever it was. All my explosives are stored and accounted for. Somewhere. Ah, you mean our current state of affairs? Well, you still don't have the wind map to the Imperial City. We definitely need that. Without it, boom, short trip. Well, of course. But time is better spent doing than Ah, yes. The assassins have one that they took from my workshop. They use it for excavating. Yes, I think that Inquisitor Lim said something about the ruins. So if I had to hazard a guess, I'd say that if you're looking for the inscrutable power source, I'd find some ruins that also have assassins in them. I found my way to Tien's Landing quite by accident. A very big accident. A few wealthy merchants lost some, property, and I almost lost my hat and my head. Gao the Greater heard about my inventions and bribed some officials to effect my release. I thought I had found a nice rich benefactor, but I was locked away in his lair. He gave me a nice workshop, but he really was a fool. I showed him my wind map. He didn't care where it led. He was only interested in his slaves. It shows where I've been, not where I'm going, I think. I made it on my journey to, here. But I don't quite remember where I was traveling from. Not good. It seems to me I left something, a clue for myself, but I'm not sure why I'd need to. I don't suppose you'd be interested in taking a short trip back the way I came? None. And I am very good at remembering things. At least I think I am. I can't remember for certain. The map could lead anywhere, so we should let it. Steady now. We don't want to get where we're going and not be able to get back. Especially since we don't know where we won't be able to get back from. We need the inscrutable power source, which you need in order to get to the Imperial City anyway. If you get that, we can lift off wherever you want. Off you go. I'll start planning some redesigns for the Dragonfly. Maybe floats made of air bladders. Sheepskin, of course.
Aha! When I saw that airship flying off from the island, I figured the best thing was to come back here. I knew you'd come back and see me, because we're a team. And what a team! I dropped you off at the pirate camp, you killed some pirates, I got drunk, you killed more pirates, and I took a nap. We are an unstoppable team, my friend. Do you know that all this adventuring and such has shamed me? I find myself dwelling on memories of my youth. I was a capable man once. I've lost so much. I've wasted so much. Nonsense. People say that all the time, but they don't really mean it. I've made bad decisions, and now I must live with them. I can't just suddenly turn my life around. You clearly do not understand how complex life can be. Why, if I just stopped drinking wine, I'd probably have a better chance at finding a wife, I suppose. Well, then she'd make me get up before midday. I'd pull the barge and ride the river all day. Then I'd come home to a house full of kids and a wife, probably with a big dinner on the stove. Yes, it does sound nice. Even worth giving up the wine for. But it's not that easy. I don't think I'd be strong enough. I'm just a useless old drunk. I suppose that's true. I did get you up the river when nobody else could. When nobody else dared. If I can take on the pirates, Surely I can give up the wine! Thank you, my friend. I am going to get sober. Find some poor unfortunate woman and make her my wife. And it's all thanks to you. I owe you more than I can say. Thank you.
Always a pleasure. You have some understanding. Return.
Minister Sheng has heard that the pirates trouble us no more. The always active and dynamic Sheng also learned that you may have had some part in this happy turn of events. If so, you have my thanks. But even more so, you have my impatience. Because while you are busy killing pirates, the Great Dam still sits open and the town still dies. You haven't gotten to it. Have you been busy seeing the sights of this lovely town? Wandering the serene countryside, visiting relatives? Tien's Landing suffers. You are the only hope. If you don't close the dam, the town will die. And my political career along with it. Yes, yes.